Okay, so hey guys, I just show you a quick tutorial on jQuery's ability to make divs slide down or fade in on a click of a button or a click on of a link. So yeah, that's it. And basically jQuery is a server side language, so everything that happens on your back. It's a backend language, so you won't be able to see how it's working. So anyways, to jQuery, for anything in jQuery to work, you have to first download a file from jquery.com by going to Google, jquery.com, go to the website, click on the download button here, and you'll get this page. Control A, control select everything, copy everything, go to context. I'm using context as my text editor. You can use anything as per your convenience. Just name the files, and name the extensions properly, and just paste the file here. I've done that before. I've done that before, and that's my file, and that's I've pasted it. As you can see in my context editor, it's on the 2000 28,785 column. That means the matter has just didn't come out properly. Anyways, that's a jQuery file. I've named it jquery.js, and I've opened a new file in the context with an extension PHP, and both the files are in the same directory named tutorials on my testing server, which is easyphp. Yep. And there's the two files, jquery.js, test.php, and my folders tutorials. That's it. And okay, going to go to context. I'll just real quick. I'll start the writing of the code. HTML. Close the tag. I'll center the body because I want all my matter to be in the center. I don't want go into the CSS part here. This tutorial is about jQuery. So anyways, done that. Okay, and then inside the body, after a couple of break tags, I'll create a button with an ID, my button. Then we'll name it click me. Close the button, give few break tags. Then I'll make a div. This div will be the one which will be sliding down when I click the button. So I'll give the div an ID of my div, and I'll write the styling here itself, because div, when you write just div, it won't appear in the screen. Anyways, when you I'll just write the styling here. Okay, close div, and in the styling I'll write, give it a background color of blue, a border of 1 pixel solid black, and a width of 200 pixels, and a height of 300 or 200 pixels itself, and the matter in the div should be of the color white. And I would write display of its default display would be none. I don't want it to be displayed on the screen unless I click the button. So default display would be none. In the div I'll write some matter. This is the tutorial about jQuery. Okay, save it, and then just test out. Okay, that's the button. Nothing happens here. Okay, now in the head tag, open up script tag. Script type is equal to text or JavaScript. Source is jquery.js, which is the name of the file which I created before in my directory. Okay, close the script tag, and then again script open script, new script tag, that is text or JavaScript. Close the script tag. Okay, that's done. Okay, now start with a document is ready. So when this means when the document is ready, do everything which is inside the bracket area, which is this area. So when the document is ready and when the button is clicked, so to write that we say button with an ID hash, we write hash or this symbol because the button has an ID, as in CSS. When you give an ID to a div and to apply styling to it, in this style tags we write hash for if we apply an ID to the div, or we write a dot or a period when we give a div a class, not an ID. For if we give an ID, we write hash the symbol. If we give the div a class, then we give a period. But here I've given ID, so I've written hash, then my div, my button dot click function open close. So whenever the button is clicked, this matter, anything between the brackets is done. So when the button is clicked, I want my div hash is again because the div has an ID, not a class. So, and I didn't write here div because that's not necessary. We can write it, but it's not necessary when we are choosing divs. So hash my div because it's the name here, and I wrote my button here because that's the name of that's the ID of my button here. So anyways, my div dot, I want it to slide down in a slow speed. Okay, that's done. Save it. Now run, refresh, click it, and you can see it sliding down. Refresh, click it, sliding down. Okay, so instead of a button, okay, you can use slide down, or you can use another animation of jQuery, that is fade in. Refresh, when you click it, it fades in. So we can write either slow or fast. Save, refresh, when you click it, fast. So, or else you can specify your own speed, for example 5000. You save it, refresh, click, it fades in that speed whichever you specified in the file. Anyways, that's fade in, and you've seen slide down. And one more else is slide toggle. This is more helpful, but I don't use it much. When you click it, it slides down in that speed 5000 which we have specified. It slides down. Okay, now it's totally open. When I click the button again, it slides up. That's the meaning of slide toggle. I'm toggling the sliding thing animation here. Okay, anyways, that's it. And instead of a button, I've chosen a button here because normally people choose anchor tags with a reference of a hash symbol. We can do it here also, but I don't use it much because when you click an anchor tag, and for example if you're at the bottom of a page and if you click any anchor tag with the reference of a hash and it's firing up a JavaScript, it normally takes you up to the page, up side of the page, and then executes the JavaScript. That is really annoying. So instead of using an anchor tag, I've used a button here, but you can also use a button to be displayed as an anchor tag. You can do that by applying some style to it. I'll just do that real quick. That is because this, as I told you, this tutorial isn't about CSS. Background and border is 0 pixel, just to keep my word, just to keep my advice to be true, I'm writing the CSS now, border 0, and then text decoration is none, and the color of the text should be blue, and then the cursor should be pointer when you go on the text. That's it. This is the default. When you refresh it, it changes to an anchor tag. I've written text duration to be none. If you change it to one line, save, it appears same like an anchor tag, but it won't change, won't take you on the top of the page as an anchor tag does. That's really annoying. I know I've faced many problems with that. That's a real quick advice for you. Okay, that's it. That was jQuery for you. Simple thing just to open or hide divs. Many people have shown me the many other ways, but I say this is the most simplest way. Many people do it with CSS, which is like writing many lines of code, but this thing has been done with only 2 lines here. Document.ready is the default line you should write in any script. It's a good habit, but here only with 2 lines we have made a simple opening div and closing div thing here. So that was the thing here. Tutorial about. Thanks. You can, for any suggestions or for any questions, if you have any questions about the tutorial, you can always contact me on my channel on YouTube. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.